Welcome to the Central Pennsylvania Music Podcast. Tonight's guests, Brandon Valentine and Todd Bedard. And now, your hosts, Daniel Kime and Alan McCutcheon.
Hello and welcome to the Central Pennsylvania Music Podcast. I'm your host, Daniel. Tonight we're sitting here with Brandon Valentine and Todd Bedard. Guys, thank you so much for coming on the show tonight.
Yep. Glad to be here.
Very excited to have you here.
For sure.
So what's going on? I know a lot has changed since the last time we talked to both of you in season one, I guess. So bring us up to speed.
Yeah, it's a great question. I mean, season one, what was that, 3 years ago now, I want to say?
Yeah, probably. If not 2.5, like going on 3.
Yeah.
So
3 years ago, you were the president and CEO.
That's correct, yes. President of the Hall of Fame at that time. And since then, you know, we've certainly had all kinds of ideas, expansions. You know, I had to self-appoint myself into the, self-appoint myself as the executive director now.
Okay.
So kind of overseeing the board, not a board member. And have appointed Todd as the president since then. So I think it's been, what, a little over a year now, I think?
Yep, full year.
Yep.
Look at that.
Then we did a little pre-planning the year prior to that, just chatting about it, and he asked me if I would do the presidency.
Yep. I remember Todd came to me with like several recommendations. He's like, I think this person would be a good president. I think this person would be a good president. And I was like, Todd, you're the president.
Plot twist.
I had to think about it.
And he was like, all right.
Exactly.
Yeah, what did you think about it? 2 seconds? Yeah.
About an hour.
Yeah, there you go.
I think I called you on the drive home.
That's right. That's right.
Well, that's really exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, promotions for both of you. So and it seems like everything's been going great because it's just building and building every year.
For sure. Yep. We never rest. You know, we continue to try to improve, and we're always taking ideas, and we're always looking at how we can make things better. And appointing Todd as the president kind of started, you know, snowballing some things as far as our structure, establishing some committees and so forth. And there's always ideas out there on what we can implement next. And you know, if you tune in for the whole episode, we're gonna kind of talk about some of the behind the scenes conversations that we have as far as what we can implement in the next months to years coming up here, and always welcoming a feedback as well. So feel free. Maybe we'll drop our emails in there.
Yeah, definitely email us if you have some ideas or feedback on what you hear tonight too.
Email will be below for sure then in the description. And
Awesome.
comment section is always open as well. So
perfect. Yeah, because we're always open to taking, you know, public feedback, because ultimately we're a nonprofit organization that is designed to recognize, support, and grow our local music scene, and we're servicing the musicians, the venues, and the community to try to make everything better for everybody. And don't forget, that's always our goal, right?
yeah, absolutely. And you've done a tremendous job with that so far.
Thank you. We try. We can always do better.
Yeah. The only thing I'd say is when you're giving us feedback, try to be specific. Give us some ideas. Give us a solution. You know, don't tell us just we're awesome, or don't tell us this that we suck, because it's really hard to understand what to do with those things. We can say, oh, thanks, but anything specific that you have that we can actually run with or even expand, or we promise to consider it all. Whether it all implements, we'll see, but we promise to consider it all, and especially specific things that are easier to dig into a bit.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And I think a lot of that started with the formation of our committees, right? You know,
sure.
When Todd became the president, you know, we had a little bit more form to our board, and then we had our advisory committee, which is just kind of a smattering of everybody across industry and education. And we established some subcommittees, and we currently have 8 of those. And a couple of those haven't really gotten off the ground yet, with some ideas that maybe we'll discuss here. And one of those being a concept and an idea for membership as well. So
yeah, when I came on, one of the things that I was thinking about was, you know, every year we kind of walk around and we chase down sponsors, and we ask for people to support us, and they're very gracious. Many of the people are very gracious in doing that, which allows us to do these CPMAs. But I was sort of thinking, can we come up with something that would allow us to have some type of predictable income each year? You know, not being much, because we're nonprofit, but at the same time, some type of predictable income, which is where the membership framework and the membership idea came into. And we have that broken down into a couple of different things. There's community members, so like myself, like I'm just a music fan. I've never played in a band. You know, I go to concerts. I support live music. That's my jam.
Yeah.
But then you have Brandon, who plays in a couple of bands, and runs this, and so he would be an artist. And then you have people that run venues, from the local area that want to get people in, and so on. So those are the three main ones, and then we'll have education. Educators, because one of the things that we're doing in the nonprofit and our education committee is very active, is supporting kids in their development of being a musician, be it through the school or out in the community. Like for example, like when my kid was born and he started playing at 8, there was nothing for him right away. So we kind of had to figure it out, but now we can provide those things for those next set of parents who have those children who can play music. So
giving them that support system to help them grow.
Yeah. So we're gonna create a membership structure. It will cost a little bit of money. We're not trying to break the bank. We're not trying to, support our lives or anything on people's money. There's going to be benefits to those. But there's some type of predictable income that will give us something to help us expand even the things that we do. Because like we're not here to say, hey, we got $160,000 in the bank. Because if we did, that would be back in the community supporting programs or events or things like that.
Sure. Well, and there's a cost of doing business as well. I mean, if you want to give these outreaches and whatnot, like you're going to have a website for that. Somebody's going to have to maintain that website.
So, I mean, in full transparency, our the cost to put on the award show is over $25,000 a year.
Jeez.
So, production wise, everything that we put into it is virtually the ticket sales pay for that. And then you look at everything else that we invest in. I mean, heck, the podcast, right? I mean, from the chairs we're sitting on to, everything hanging on the walls and so forth. Is another motion of us, putting money back into the local music scene. And then everything we do with kids too, especially with the Youth All-Star Band. We always create those music videos. We did the Bob O'Reilly thing, Tom Sawyer. We did the Christmas song as well. And we have a brand new one coming out quite shortly.
Okay.
Excited for that one. But, everything we're doing is how can we improve the local music scene and make it better? And I think kind of this idea too is around, how can we model ourselves as a successful Hall of Fame in comparison to some of the others, So Todd and I were just talking today about, the Baseball Hall of Fame and the Football Hall of Fame, and both of them have membership programs, and it's what benefits can they provide to the people who are willing to participate. It's a two-way street, right? And then also look at that. Now I'm recently now a new member of the Recording Academy, right? The parent company that's over the Grammys.
Okay.
So I kind of have a say, and I'm able to nominate, even some local artists for Grammy considerations, which is very cool.
Super cool.
But they also have a membership program as well, right? And that kind of serves as a basis for how we could form something here that can ultimately benefit those in the local area. Again, as Todd mentioned, artists is one segment of it, as how can we help the music scene in some way and maybe give them something beyond what they've seen so far. But even beyond that, industry and venue wise is, my wife's grandfather used to work for the NFIB, which is the National Federation of Independent Businesses.
Okay.
And if you're familiar with walking into any independent business, small mom and pop thing or anything, they have a plaque on the wall when you walk in there. And it's like they pay an annual fee, and then what do they get as an independent business for that in return? They might have lobbyists, lobbying for them for better tax rates, or it's all about the benefits given back. So all of that kind of forming the same structure for this is how can we create something that will provide something that hasn't been provided in this area before.
Fantastic. I mean, so what all are the services entailed in this?
Yeah, and I think that's kind of, I think we have some ideas at this point.
Okay.
I think this is kind of our pre-launch meeting, right? What did you say?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is we have the idea out there. We kind of have some rough drafts. We have some things that we're willing to discuss and throw out there as ideas. But we also have feedback open up to what additionally would you like to see from us. But Todd, if you want to share some of the concepts we have.
Yeah, so like for community members, for example, you would get discount codes to CPMA ticket sales, or if the CPM HOF runs an event, you would get a discount ticket code for that through your membership, whereas non-members would pay more. We have the ability then to run our own events and do our own ticketing, because we're going to revamp the website into a membership management website. So like, for example, if I joined today, my annual date to renew would be today, next year, and nobody in the organization would have to remember that. it would just, the computer would just do it. So we'd revamp the website and move to one of those membership management type things, and there'd be a paywall behind it that would give the members access to things that non-members would have. So we'd still have non-members access to things, but then there'd be some of the benefits behind the scenes. So newsletters would be another thing where, like, for example, band schedules could be in those newsletters, event opportunities, scholarships for parents with kids who play music, those kind of things would be in there. Okay. And that's just the community side of things. From an artist side of things, they would have access to, we get calls probably daily, but definitely weekly on, hey, do you have an artist that can fulfill this event that would do this for us? Well, the artists that are members, they would get access to that, whereas the non-members would be contacted after we exhausted our member list.
Okay.
So like if we would go through our member list, none of them can do it, then we'd start finding the non-members. So you'd get early access to things and things like that.
Very cool.
And that would come with the partnership with the venue too, right? Like
exactly.
I think if we can partner with a lot of venues to not only share and promote their schedule and some of their events, but also we hear that all the time right now, right? Which is like, somebody's like, hey, we're looking for a country band. And right now people go to our website and they type up, or they look at the CPMA nominees for the past 5 years, they look at the category, and then they reach out to the bands, which is a great resource to have, for local venues. But it's like, how can we partner with the venue, maybe in a broader capacity, to provide some more value to the venue to help promote them and get people going out to see live music, and then again, that's booking opportunities for the artists. So it's a win-win for everybody. Right?
Yeah. That's exciting because it kind of creates like a shared space for the artists and the venues to kind of cohesively mingle and work together.
Correct.
And everybody's betterment.
Correct. That's 100% the intent for sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well said, man.
Thank you. I'm just trying to make sure I'm wrapping my mind around it. No, that's great.
And another thing we could do with the artists behind the paywall too is your band needs a bass player, or Brandon plays in a band and his bass player can't make a gig that weekend. We could have a hired gun section.
Oh,
so
cool.
For example, I'm an artist, I play guitar, but I don't have a band, but I can learn your stuff very quickly. I can list myself in there, and you could call me and be like, oh, can you play bass this weekend? Oh yeah, I'll do that. And I'll show up, and and you can put your rates in there and things like that and so on. So it gives people an opportunity, because I've seen this on Facebook, social media, like, hey, drummer's sick this weekend. Anybody know a drummer who can cover us? We don't want to cancel the gig.
Sure.
Blah, blah, blah. So that hired gun opportunity too gives these artists an opportunity to connect with others, find replacement members if somebody decides to move on, whatever, those types of things.
Sounds like it's similar to Craigslist, but we'll call it Todd's List.
We'll call it Todd's List.
That's actually a really good idea. You should call it Todd's List.
I could be out there with Craig, Angie, and...
That's right, yeah. Angie, yep.
I mean, that is a really, really good idea, though, because every week I see, whether it's somebody sick or somebody is like, hey, I'm focusing my time into this project now rather than this one. Okay, well, now this project needs a drummer, a bassist, guitarist, whatever. That's a really good idea, and I think every single thing you listed off there, 100%, I see value in that.
Yeah.
That's the idea, right? Is value in return, benefits, deliverables, on how we can help them partner with them. And when I say them, it's not just the artists, right? It's middle school educators, it's college educators, it's educational students, it's venues, it's booking agents, it's photographers, it's videographers.
Yeah.
You name it, sound companies, right?
Yeah.
Let's take the community vibe we have and make it a little bit more closer knit.
Yeah, I love that. And certainly every single one of those services, you would see an ROI.
Yeah, that's the intent, right?
Yeah. And then from an education perspective too, as we grow into this and membership increases and finance increases in terms of what we come in, we can create scholarships for education. Like when I ran a nonprofit before, and we started with a $500 scholarship my first couple years there, and by the time I left it, I spent 18 years running that. By the time I left it, we were doing $2,500, or several $500 ones or something like that if we had multiples. And it's not much, but college is expensive.
Yeah,
100%.
Textbooks and you know,
And that's a
$500
resume
expenses.
builder too. You know,
Yeah,
if it's a student that says, "Hey, I want a $500 scholarship for a music thing," you know, like that's add that to the resume. You know?
Yeah, that is a good point. That's a great idea.
Exactly. So there's those types of things too that we'll be able to do and give back to the community and support the growth in music, because, you know, like we're older guys now, so like we need that next
for
group,
yourself,
those
Todd.
teenagers. You're not far behind.
You're right.
But, you know, like those next group of teenagers that need to make bands, you know, so when we're white-haired and headed to the home, these guys can
You pass the torch down, you know?
pass the torch down.
Exactly.
Right?
Next
Yeah.
generation, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, always
the
thinking
intent,
forward. I mean, dude, that's awesome. That's exciting. Like,
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to seeing how this all pans out. Do we have any like idea on when something like this would be around, or I guess out?
I mean, once we go through the feedback and things like that, my goal is to, you know, announce it fully in detail at the CPMAs this year,
So I think we really can't stress enough. We need your feedback.
That's right.
and then have it go live. Have it go live July 1. If in a perfect world, that would be
Okay.
That's the goal.
That's
is-
really
is
cool.
to pull it off by July 1, because the framework's done.
Right.
I mean, we want to hear from the community.
Yeah.
So, you know, let us know what you think, because, you know, please be specific. Don't just say it sucks or it's awesome.
Yeah.
But give us something we can run with.
And this is stuff we vetted. You know, a lot of the board members and the advisory committee are musicians too, including
Yeah.
myself. Right. I
Yeah.
mean, I've you know put in. I don't even know what the standard fee is now on you know Reverb Nation. Right. It used to be like $70 or something. You just pay it annually. Might be getting your content on digital distribution, but again, it's like, all right, and then what did you get for that? You know, it used to be like SoundCloud. You'd have opportunities to apply for music festivals or, you know, contribute. So I remember putting a portion of our proceeds into something that could get a return on our investment. And when it panned out, heck, I remember, you know, we might have paid $70 a year, and we ended up getting a festival gig down in North Carolina to play, you know, at I can't even remember, Myrtle Beach it was South Carolina, right?
Okay.
You know, more than justifies the means, right?
Yeah.
So that's the whole point, and we're really looking forward to it. So this has been an idea for a long time.
Yep.
And I think, you know, we've had a dozen or more ideas. It all comes down to, do we have the personnel to execute on the idea? Because ideas are one thing, implementation and execution is a whole different beast.
Yeah.
And do we have our resources aligned enough to not only do it, but do it well so that it's successful?
Yeah. Well, and so to your point there, I mean, I remember the first time you and I ever had a conversation wasn't this show. It was
That's
on
right.
a different podcast.
That's right, yes.
And I remember you telling me about it and being blown away with, I mean, this was 4 years ago.
Yeah, right.
So a lot has changed since then. You guys
Yeah.
have grown tremendously.
For sure.
But the one thing that always stuck with me, I was like, how do you do all of this? And the one thing you said to me was it takes a village.
100%. Yep.
And you guys have certainly created a village, and you're still trying to grow that village from what I understand.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes you know the pillagers come in the village, and we got to start anew. But you know it happens.
Well, and the other thing too is I'm always going to see this as a living, breathing type of structure as well. Like
Yeah.
membership benefits will always be living and breathing. So like just because I gave you a list of things that I think we can do for people, you know, doesn't mean that that'll always be the same. You know, that we might take one away because it's like, you know what, no one's using that, no one cares.
Yeah.
And we might add something new because it's something we hadn't thought of. Because it's like anytime you do these big idea type things, you think of everything you can think of, you launch it, and then you learn what you didn't think of.
yeah.
Because everybody goes, oh, did you do this? And you're like, oh, crap, I didn't think of that. So,
Yeah.
so that's kind of where we're at right now, is we've thought of everything we can think of, hoping for the feedback now. Sans feedback, or after we go through the feedback, we'll come back with the final structure, announce it, and run with it. So,
That's fantastic.
and,
And
even then, it'll continue to be living and breathing.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, that's the intent. I mean, heck, our you know our award show is just living and breathing. We're constantly figuring out how we can tweak it every year to make it different. You know, we have a couple different things we're going to change this year, which will be very noticeable, which will be good. The one thing I will mention right now is we have already committed to doing away with the pre-show and the pre-show awards.
Okay.
And making sure that all of the awards are given out during the main ceremony.
Okay.
So that's kind of been a feedback point, I think, for the past couple years. We've randomized those over the past. So some of the artists who weren't included in the main show 2 years ago were like, I didn't even know. You know, we're like, well, we tried to advertise it, but they didn't get the message.
Yeah.
So, you know, why does one category deserve to be in the main show and one be in the pre-show? It's a matter of timing for us, but we're going to give it a go and give everybody their fair share during the main ceremony this year.
That's really cool.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that, and that's what I'm willing to mention. Some of the other things are more logistical.
Totally fair.
Probably not the right time at this point to mention, but there's gonna be several noticeable improvements, and tickets are on sale now, right? So I guess we should talk about that.
That's what I was just going to ask. So
it's
coming up.
Wednesday, March 4th. Yeah, I mean, heck, weeks away at this point.
Yeah.
So, the wheels are in motion to make it another successful year. We're going to be inducting Marty McGuire of the Dixie Chicks, or the Chicks as they're now called.
Okay.
As well as the Ocean Blue, Eddie Rambo. One of his tracks was actually the instrumental theme song for the Newlywed Game.
Oh, okay.
Right? So it's just, all this crazy stuff comes up every year. This is one of the things.
Let's see if
Bob
Eubanks is available to come.
Yeah, right.
Talk about making whoopee.
Yeah, right. The classic line that came from the Newlywed Game.
Yeah.
We also have Bill Fisher, who's deceased, well-known guitar player from this area. So happy to acknowledge him. And one other one as well is the Couriers, which is a gospel group. This will be the first gospel act that'll be getting inducted. So
very cool.
Wide variety of genres. Still have Grammy winning acts out there, and the likes of the Dixie Chicks and so forth. So another star-studded year, even though we're in our 7th, and heck, even the next 5 to 10 years ballot-wise looks great. But tickets are on sale. It's gonna be Wednesday, March 4th at the American Music Theater again. And we're in Lancaster again because the Hershey Theater is not done with construction yet to suit our needs to return.
Understandable.
They are opening up in March, and the theater is operational for some events, concerts, and stand-up and so forth. But the Blue Room, as they call it, which was the room where you guys were at back there doing the red carpet experience, is still under construction. And then there's a plan for the lobby to be significantly extended with vendors.
Okay.
I don't know if it's right, but I think they said it was supposed to be 10 times larger in size with the lobby. So a much larger lobby is coming, which when that happens will be phenomenal for our crowd in particular.
Yeah, I mean, that place would pack it.
More bars, food opportunities, space for
love
everybody
that?
to mingle, get the photos on the red
more
carpet.
bars?
More bars, that's
More
right.
bars.
Yes.
Central PA Music has won.
Yes.
What more could you need?
That's all they want.
I love it when we talk to a venue or even American Music Theater. They're like, well, we don't sell alcohol here. I'm like, well, if you want us to be here, we're bringing in musicians.
Yeah.
So
That's what we do.
it's a must.
Exactly.
But really looking forward to the ceremony and the growth beyond as well, and what 26 brings, and even some of the other ideas that we talk about as we're implementing a street team concept.
Okay.
Which is one of the feedbacks that we get. Similar to might be in email response to this is I don't know if I've ever seen a CPMHOF board member or advisory committee member at one of my shows. Right?
I've been to one of your shows.
You have been to one of my shows, yes, and I've been to your show. But no, it's how do I get somebody to see me live, right? Because a lot of the time, in terms of our nominations and our awards, is kind of based on your content you release on streaming services or social media or strength of schedule or touring, or did you open up for national acts? But adding some more strength to that live music observation and witnessing, I guess, is going to be an area of improvement for us. So that is a concept we're kind of milling over. So open to ideas on that as well. But we're kind of thinking, maybe starting a group which would be open to the public, that everybody can post content, to get somebody for live interpretation of their music versus what they do in studio.
Okay.
Right? Because sometimes there's a difference.
Yeah.
Especially for tribute bands and cover bands.
Jam bands.
Yeah. But I mean the artists that aren't releasing stuff in digital distribution, if you're an artist that plays a 3-hour show and you play solely cover music, you're not going to release something on Spotify and iTunes.
No.
I mean, you could release a cover song, but getting that content, I think, a little bit more visible is going to be beneficial as well.
No, that's a really good idea.
For sure.
I didn't even think of that.
So street team.
The street team is going to be great. It's one of the visions that we have for the membership is community members that join. So again, take myself as an example, who's not a musician, never will be. I join.
I was gonna say you
Never
love
say
live
never,
music,
Todd.
so I know you're gonna be leading that streak.
I mean, I might start a kazoo band, but after that, outside of that, I have no talent. But anyway, people like myself who go to see a music, you take a cell phone video, you upload it to a group on Facebook, or if when we go to our new website, if you put it in the website behind the paywall, people can see it. And allows our committee to make a decision about like, oh, all right, yeah, this is really good.
Yeah.
You know, like look at the crowd you have. Obviously, there's some draw here, and so on and so forth. So it gives us an opportunity to allow our membership and our community to contribute to the vote and to the information that we take to to decide who wins the awards.
And even on top of that, video posting and stuff too is incentive to go see the show live too, right? Like maybe with that is, we talked about partnering with the venues. If you get your membership badge, maybe that qualifies for a discount or free entry at the door to a show, a national show, regional show, local show, whatever it is. Because they're there to, provide a service and, maybe upload some of the live content to whatever the group is.
That's a great idea. Plus, it gets more people out to see live music.
Yeah, for sure.
Another thing we need. So
what ideas do you have, Danny?
I don't know if I can say them on the air. No, I mean, like, I'm just so excited about everything you guys have talked about tonight, because it always amazes me every year how much this organization continues to grow. Every year, whenever I see the list for the award ceremony, I'm like, dude, where do we keep getting people? Not that I think we're gonna run out, but it's always like, all right, this is pretty amazing. How are they gonna top that next year? And then you guys just do it again. Like you said, having Marty McGuire, Marty McGuire from the Chicks, like huge. I'll be honest, didn't even know she was from PA.
Born in Jacobus, York area, York County.
Oh my gosh, I know where that is. Right between like Red Line and York. Yeah, no, it just blows my mind every year. And then just to meet all the people, I mean, it's crazy how awesome the people are in this area that like truly care about this music community and what they've done for the music community. Even, on our last episode, having Rich on here, just the bands that he brought to this area, he would get local acts on there with them, and get names out there. So it's, I don't know. Every year, it's just really cool to see how much this thing grows, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
Yeah, well, we're grateful to have you, man. It goes back to that message of it takes a village, and that goes for Hunter and Chris behind the scenes, even though Alan's not with us today. You podcast guys are doing such a service to our community of allowing. No, seriously. I mean, having the guests on here to tell their stories. Rich last week, as you mentioned. That guy's got stories for days, and it is not only a great service that you're providing, but it's a time capsule that people are going to be able to go back and watch in 10 years and learn about the history of Central Pennsylvania, because the music scene here, because that's ultimately what our organization is about, is educating those on what came from yesteryear on the past, and acknowledging and recognizing the present, and then focusing on the next generation in the future too. So you guys are adding tremendous value as part of the village, and are on the advisory committee as well. So happy to have you guys.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's really cool what this place has been doing. Also, I never knew that Queen even played at the Farm Show Complex.
Right.
Still blowing my mind. And you're absolutely right. That is a time capsule, because
they were the 30-minute opener. They were the first band. Aerosmith was in the middle.
Insane.
And the headliner
the Hoople was
Mott the Hoople was the headliner.
The tickets were $4.50 at the door and $3.50 pre-show.
The last Farm Show.
1978 though. So
a little bit before my time.
Only one of us was here then.
What's the inflation rate on that? Is that like it's got to be like what, $28 ticket or something? I don't even know.
Yeah, I mean it
can't be more than that, right?
I don't know. I have no idea.
But now, I mean,
tickets are pretty.
Tickets, you go to see anybody legit, it's like $400 to sit anywhere. It's crazy.
Don't even get me started on what Rush tickets cost right now.
Yes, and so. I bought the nosebleeds for I think like 200 something. Just so me and my son can go.
Yeah.
Where's that at? Hershey?
Philly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
What's the most you ever spent on a concert ticket?
Not much, actually.
Yeah?
I'm such a stickler. Probably like $150. And that was for Panic at the Disco. For college.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
240's mine.
240?
Yep.
That's not that bad.
Steely Dan.
Steely Dan?
I don't even want to say what mine is. I think I know the one that was the most expensive, and I went to see the Eagles with my dad, and he bought the tickets. So, it was expensive.
Yeah, I can only imagine. I would love to see the Eagles.
Yep.
They One of These Nights is probably my all-time favorite song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great
I think they're
baseline
still going at
introduction.
the Sphere, so if you
Yeah.
wanna fly to
Yeah,
Vegas.
just fly to Vegas. Dude.
Oh, yeah,
Costs you
that's
like
a great
10 grand,
idea.
10 grand a ticket. You'd be good. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you imagine being like claustrophobic? You got to fly on a plane,
Yep.
get there, and then just go into a sphere.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just all sorts of, yeah.
Or like easily motion sick,
Yeah.
because there's like vertigo stuff that goes on in there.
They make drugs for that, though.
Yeah.
While you're in Vegas.
Yeah, that's true. So,
Yeah.
what other things like do we have planned for the future that we can talk about? Like, is there any other musicians like that we might have coming up that people wouldn't know are from Pennsylvania? Like,
Wouldn't know we're from Pennsylvania?
yeah,
That's a good question. Let's see. I mean, we still have a variety of Grammy Award winners out there or Grammy Award nominees. I think everybody knows Taylor Swift, who we did not induct yet.
Yeah.
Might be coming up soon.
if anybody has a contact for her, please, yeah. For the love of
Yeah,
God.
just put Taylor's email in the comments.
We'll sell. We'll text her.
To be 100% transparent, we have connections with some of our people. We've been talking about it for years. In year one, we reached out and said, what would this look like as far as inducting her? I'm sorry, because she got enough votes year one.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's basically like we're going to induct her when she's ready to acknowledge it on our end. And they said, show us a pattern of success for multiple years, and we'll have a conversation. And, we're in our 7th year now, and every single act that we have inducted has acknowledged in some way, shape, or form, including some of the most high profile, with Bret Michaels, and Poison, and Fuel, and Live, and Hailstorm, and you name it. So now
Benjamin.
Breaking Benjamin, you got it. All that is now, the pattern of consistency is there, and the pattern of success is there. And now here's how everyone else acknowledged the induction. How are you going to do it, right? But yeah, there's one of the most unique stories, I think, is a guy named Paul Winter. I think he won like 4, 5, or 6 Grammys, and he's considered in the world music category. So it's instrumental stuff. I think he plays clarinet, I want to say. And he does a lot of tropical, I don't even know. It's almost like, it's one of those like sound kind of vibes.
Yeah. Kind of islandy, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, like something you'd listen to falling asleep kind of deal, like something like that. But not to say his music is snooze-worthy.
No,
I mean, like
no.
the instrument, it's got that vibe to it,
I like that.
Yeah. So he's an interesting name.
There's Richie Kotzen, who
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100%.
he was a replacement guitar player in Poison when CC was not there. He's from Reading, Pennsylvania. Played in a band actually around here called Arthur's Museum till he was 18. Signed with Shrapnel, and then did a stint. Did 2 records with Mr. Big.
Okay.
The To Be With You band, if you remember those.
Yep.
And has a band currently called the Winery Dogs, and he's got oodles and oodles of solo records.
And Winery Dogs are great. That's like Portnoy Dream Theater and
Yeah,
Billy Sheehan, right?
Billy Sheehan from Talus and David Lee Roth, and
The big up at the Finger Lakes.
yeah.
And then one of the most interesting things I always like to mention is Jonathan Groff, right? He's an actor, but he's been in musicals, and he used to do a lot when EPAC, as they call it, which is Ephrata Performing Arts Center.
Okay.
Most people would know Jonathan Groff as either one of the performers from Hamilton, or more famously, he does the voice of Kristoff in the Frozen movies.
Really?
Yes. He was also one of the main characters in the new Matrix movie. He's the main guy in the True Detective, season 1, season 2.
Can I look this up quick?
So he's got a lot under his belt in terms of acting wise, but he really goes back to the history of Broadway, and Broadway is a musical category we need to acknowledge as well. In the future
I did
here,
2
so.
musicals in high school.
Did you?
I did. Yeah. Did Hello Dolly and Thoroughly Modern Millie.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you sang?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you do it well?
No, I didn't do a lead part. I just did like backup parts. But
What I meant was like, were you in the pit? Like.
oh no. I acted.
You're
in
like,
everything.
no, I painted the props or something.
Oh no, I was mostly a background guy. Our director really liked me though, so he'd give me a couple speaking lines.
That's cool,
here and
man.
there. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
This isn't about me though.
What high school did you go to?
We don't need people trying to look it up and find out.
Okay, all
I
right.
want to see the mullet.
Yeah, exactly.
Danny likes to maintain anonymity.
Oh yeah,
so,
exactly. No, I'm sure there's a video of me out there in a musical. And
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need.
I gotta
to
find
search
that.
it.
We'll search you on YouTube.
Yeah, there you go.
That's right.
Don't do that.
That's right. be scared with what you find. I guess.
Yeah, exactly. You might find a video of me playing live music at a coffee shop 15 years ago.
And that's where the name Darker with Daniel came from.
Yes.
Right?
Oh yeah. Because it was dark times.
So you did solo stuff?
Oh yeah. You didn't know that?
No, I remember you saying you played guitar and sang, but I didn't know you did solo.
I'm not a good singer, but I did it just for the girls.
Yeah, right,
But,
exactly. Yeah.
Yep. Remember? Derek Avalon.
Yeah.
Yeah, him and I used to do like duo shows back in the
Awesome. I
day
didn't know
and
that.
stuff.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think about. That was like literally probably about 15 years ago now.
Awesome.
So yeah, I know. I keep telling myself every year, I'm like, I'm gonna record something, put something back out there, and
Do it,
I
dude.
don't do it, but I need to.
Don't
so,
wait. Who knows? You
I
might
need a
be nominated
drummer.
for a CPMA. You know.
I think next
know a drummer.
podcast we'll swap. We'll interview you and you can perform.
That would be really funny, actually.
Yeah.
That'd be a good idea. Well, you know what?
Start practicing.
If you can't drum, because you're already in like 5 projects right now, we'll get Chris to drum, and then
There you go.
you
He's a
guys
drummer
will be
too,
me and
right.
Alan, and then Chris and I will be you and Todd.
And Alan
I
will
think
do
that
the
would be
screaming
great.
vocals, right?
Yeah, exactly. Even though it's
be
not
great.
that kind of music that we're making, but
still do it.
We're gonna throw him a bone.
We'll throw them a bone. It'd be unique.
Yeah,
That's right.
And Todd, we'll have you on there for the kazoo feature.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll play kazoo
Todd's
solo.
list will be on there.
For sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I just wanted to say a couple of things coming up in 26 as well. Easter Saturday,
Yes.
and I don't know the exact date, but look up
It's,
Easter and then go to Saturday.
4/4, April 4th. Yep.
April 4th. Youth Music Showcase down at Millersville again. So any of you who want to perform under 18, you can perform and be judged and given some feedback and so on and so forth. So Youth Music Showcase will be there. Prizes for our top performers down there.
Yes.
And then in November, we'll be at the Englewood. We'll be having a summit, music summit. That will talk about the music industry a little bit, recording ideas, talent relations, those types of things. That'll be a half day. Do you remember the date on that? It's in November, but
I don't
it'll be
actually, yeah.
announced soon.
Okay. It's like
It's in the works. But all these ideas, in the
And
works.
for those of you looking at our emails, we do need volunteers for that. So
Yes,
if
indeed.
you would like to volunteer, you can include that in your email feedback to us as well. We'd love to have some help with that if we can, because it's again street team. We need the village to come forward and help us create that great event. It's a half day, and then if it goes well, the half day, then obviously we're starting small and looking to expand from there.
yeah. I mean, and a half day is always a whole day for the people running it. So.
For us, it'll be several days.
Yeah, a whole day. It'll be a year.
Yeah, exactly. But that's okay.
No, that's really cool. I like that. Is it kind of like Launch Music Conference? And
Similar, yeah.
Something like that. How
Yeah.
like during the day they have conferences and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the intent is to do something unlike this area has ever seen before, right? So different. We're calling it a summit, not a conference, because of that reason, right? We want to distinguish it as something completely new and completely different.
Yeah. Not trying to steal Jeremy's thunder or anything.
No. Launch does a great job.
Yeah.
They do a great job, and Millennium did a great job as well. But the main concepts of this is networking, professional development, and showcases presented in a completely different way from a nonprofit that is looking to provide benefits as a give back.
Okay.
So we're looking forward to it.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
And then, so this is 11 months from now, though. So next November.
Yeah. I mean,
Yep. So we have some time.
Yeah, I'd say so.
People have time to volunteer to help us.
Yeah. Hey,
So-
getting the emails.
And give us some feedback on what they might want to see too, because that'll help us steer it a bit too.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of like vaguely like what are some of the ideas you have? Like, what's your favorite idea, if you're willing to say right now?
for the summit, or for just
I mean,
otherwise?
you kind of like loosely said what it was, but like, what's something that you think would be like a big benefit to somebody to like drive home to?
I think the things we've discussed is more along the lines of starting as an up and comer. In some of the things Todd mentioned, is how did we phrase it? Like,
And how do you get gigs?
the parenting kind of aspect to
Well, yeah,
it is
there's
be
the-
your own manager kind of thing.
Yeah, self-managed.
Okay.
Again, I'm going back to my own experience where my kid played and I had nobody to talk to, so I just sort of talked to people as I went.
Yeah.
Figured it out.
How to place your first merch order,
Where to get merch.
Okay.
You want to record something with GarageBand, that's great, but where to go get the professional recordings done, how to do that, how to make content.
And
So
then the
what kind of
changes in the
content matters.
industry too. I mean, like AI is running rampant right now in music,
Yeah.
and is it okay to use that for a backing track, or is it frowned upon? Period. Or I mean, there are artists charting on with AI, holistically AI content.
Yeah.
It's nuts. Suno is a popular app, and you can go on and generate a song in 3 minutes,
Yeah.
or less.
Yeah, you showed me that. I was actually messing around with that the other day.
Yeah. It's wild, right?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Like AI just in general is.
So where the industry's going, right?
Yeah.
And even, people come up to me still and they're like, how do I get my song on the radio, or how do I get signed? And I'm like, that's not the game anymore.
Yeah.
Radio's not the
it's
thing.
completely different.
No.
I mean, it's cool to hear your
Content,
stuff on the radio.
content.
I host a local show with Glenn every Sunday at 8 on the river, and everybody loves to hear their stuff on the radio.
Yeah.
But I think generationally, it used to be drop off a CD at the local radio station, you get your song airplay, and then that's how it blows up. And that's just not the way it works anymore.
No.
So, yeah.
Now it's social media, TikTok, algorithms. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it really is, man.
So start getting your original music recorded and out there on TikTok and all that.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I gotta get together with Logan on that. And
Might be looking at the album of the year right here.
oh my gosh,
Yeah.
you guys better not nominate me for that if I do, because then it's gonna seem like this was all planned.
Well, just don't make it good then,
I'll name the album planned nomination, so that way we can't.
Love it.
That's great.
Oh my gosh.
That's great.
So anything else new with the organization? I think we've covered a lot of the different bases on it, but
covered
I
a lot
mean,
of
I feel like we might be missing anything. But
Yeah, I mean, there's always new stuff out there, but I would just throw it back, to the viewership is we're always accepting ideas. I mean, we've had ideas to do compilation albums, to further the Central Pennsylvania music scene. I probably have a list of like 40 or 50 ideas that honestly I would love to execute on all of them, but it really comes down to manpower, and really the main thing that we always consider before we do anything, because it's in our mission statement, is to recognize, support, and grow our local music scene, is does it do that, and does it help achieve that mission statement?
yeah,
Yeah, it really has to land there. It can't be just like, hey, can I get some cool band to gig?
Right. Or
Yeah.
I mean, it can
this would be
be,
fun.
but
Let's
that can't
do
be
it,
the only thing.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. It has to help us progress.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So we're always open for ideas and how we can improve, and that's slightly tweak, what we're currently doing, and or try to start something completely new.
Yeah.
We did the whole live stream thing during COVID, and that really isn't a thing anymore. I
Yeah.
mean, some people do it here or there, but we were doing it every day for over 100 days. So we're always willing to change with the times too, and what's the next best way we can support you as an artist or you and your venue. Let us know. We're always listening.
Okay. And if someone wanted to, I guess we probably kind of covered this already, but if someone wanted to volunteer for the summit or the street team, just email you guys, or is there like a place on the website they can go to as well, or just email?
Not currently. Just email us.
Gotcha.
I think a lot of times we get messages through Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or something, just like a DM kind of thing, which is fine too. But
I have a spreadsheet of, somebody emails me and I put them in the spreadsheet.
Gotcha.
We reach out. And
Anything they need to include in the email, like social security number,
mom's
right.
maiden,
Yep.
mom's maiden name,
Yeah.
routing numbers.
Okay. So we need all that.
Email, cell phone. Sometimes is whatever they prefer to be, texting or emailing back or whatever. But we just put you on the list and somebody will get in touch with you.
Perfect.
We always need help. There's never enough help.
Yeah,
That's right.
That's true. I mean, well, guys, thank you so much. I mean, I
thank
hope I've
you.
covered all the bases.
I think so. Thanks for having us,
Of
man.
course.
Appreciate it.
Oh my goodness, it's always a pleasure having you guys on here.
Thanks.
It's fun to just kind of talk and hang out. It's
For sure, man.
don't get to see each other enough.
I know,
We're all
right?
busy.
Agreed.
So,
Absolutely. Next time we'll be in those chairs and you'll be here.
fingers crossed.
Let's do it.
All right.
Thanks, Danny.
Guys,
Thanks,
thank you so
everybody.
much.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you for checking out another episode of the Central Pennsylvania Music Podcast. I'm your host, Daniel, and we'll see you next time.